Hello, everybody. Welcome back to channel 1 Degree, where we are trying to move the needle of mankind 1 degree so that we can make the world a better place. I am Akashic, the Ancient of Days. This is my brother Reedy, and we dissect different kind of topics, trying to give enlightenment to people, understanding to the degree that we know. And yeah, today we got a really good topic. We're going to talk about the self, dissecting the self, the reason why, seeking God, all those type things. It's going to get deep. It's going to get heavy. I'm going to give a pre-warning. I may offend some people because a lot of things that I'm about to say, because I've been meditating on this, and so a lot of things that I'm about to say may be controversial. But yeah, what's up? What's up, brother?
How
Talk
you
to me.
doing, bro? How you doing?
Man, I'm immaculate. How about you?
Blessed beyond measure.
That's right.
I like the blue shirt day, man.
I know. We
It's
ain't even
nice.
playing this, people.
No, nope. And I'm excited to see if what you're about to say here to offend some people. I promise I won't get offended. I'm not easily offended because I won't take it personal because my ego is not me.
That's
I think
right.
it's kind of what we're talking about. You know what I mean? It's in life. You And I guess if you ask yourself who you are, people are going to say, "Well, I'm Reedy. I'm Akashic." Oh, no, that's your name. One, it's not who you are; it's a title. Well, okay, well, I'm a father. I'm a son. I'm a brother. I'm a friend. No, that's just connections that you have. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not who you are. So, and that's what I guess we're talking about is figuring that out. Who am I? You know what I mean? And the Greeks said, "Know thyself," and Jesus said, uh, "Seek the kingdom of God, which is in you. Seek inward." And all the religions teach this. You know what I mean? To look inward, and that's what we're talking about. Is it's figuring out who am I? If I'm not Reedy, if I'm not my job and who my family are, who am I?
Mm-hmm.
Who is that inner person that only you truly knows completely? Because over life you experience some things. You're around certain people. You grow up in a certain area, certain schools. You build these personas, as Carl Jung would say, and they're they help you navigate life, which is important. But we start to believe that that's who we are. These masks that we're wearing, this persona, we believe that that's who we are, and ultimately that's not who you are. that's
Mm-hmm.
that's this ego or this persona that you've created to navigate life, which is the only way we know to get through it up to this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, who are we? Akashic? Who are
I
we,
tell you
man?
what, you hit a home run with everything you just said.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Because um like, how can I explain this? We're born. We're a clean slate. As life starts to pursue, we're learning how to talk and walk and navigate through this reality, the earth realm, the physical realm. And as young kids, we ask questions. What is God? What is this? What is that? And we get answers from our parents, from priests, pastors. We get answers from teachers, from our environment. But the problem with it is that we don't have anything to reference against what we're being told.
Mm.
So we just accept this programming as we file it in our program as reality. It's just what it is. Now, by the time we get to the age where we can reference this, where we know our parents didn't really know shit, and the pastor is reading from a book that people thought the earth was flat, and
Right.
teachers are just reciting things from their teachers, then it's too late. The programming is sunk in. And so now we are giving our perception of life through the lens of all of this programming that we didn't have nothing to reference against, and we couldn't say no. So the Muslim's life is referenced through his Muslim background. The Christian's life is referenced against his Christian background, and so forth. And we don't really know who we are because the programming is running. And the program has now told us what questions to ask and what not to ask. I don't question this. Don't question that. Do this, do that. So that's who we actually are. We're not even ourselves. We're just programs. And we're just running programs on automatic. We're running programs on automatic. And the things that we totally believe aren't even truly from us. They're from our programming that we got from people who, I hate to say it, didn't know shit.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, speaking of kids asking questions, I was the parent that didn't know shit. And my kids would ask me a question and then say, well, why? Well, why? And you'd answer that, well, why? And then why? Just nonstop. It's like, because I said, I don't know why. Just stop asking. Just, I'm trying to do this. I don't know. And we lose that. You know what I mean? And finally, at this stage of my life, I'm asking now, well, why? Why do I believe this? Why should I believe this? Where did I get this? You know what I mean? And I'm figuring out that, yeah, I still don't know shit, honestly. And I'm figuring it out though. I know what I've been programmed to believe, and what I've made the world perceive I am is not who I am.
Right.
It's who I needed to be to fit in, to be
Circumstances.
liked, to stay out of trouble. You know what I mean? Um, we stop kids' imagination when they're young. You got an imaginary friend, they're not real. Let them have an imagination. You know what I mean? That's our creativity. We stifle that. Kids doodling in class is not paying attention to, I don't know, World War II. He gets in trouble. He gets detention. Now he's learning even less. He thinks, okay, well, I just got to follow along. Otherwise, I'm bad. And you don't want to be bad. You want to be a good person. You know what I mean? You want to fit in, and you follow along with everybody else, and then you think that this is, like you said, this is the reality. This physical realm is the only reality.
Yeah.
We don't know any better. I mean, and we need to be like children again, and ask why. But why? But why?
And the thing about it is that this programming is so ingrained in us that once we begin to peel back the layers and understand that we are programs, and some people don't want to even, they don't want to peel back the layers. And for those people, that's fine. I mean, we're
Yeah.
not, if you want to, you enjoy your life, enjoy your life. But if for those who are empty and they want more, and you start to peel back the layers, a harsh reality reveals itself. And that reality is that everything that you think is real, everything that you believe, is nothing more than concepts. They're concepts built on concepts that are built on concepts. I'm an American, concept. This is the government, concept. I'm a Democrat or Republican, concept. I'm a Christian or Muhammadan, concept. The bank, concept. Money, concept. These are all concepts. They're not necessarily real. And the only way that these concepts stay together is through agreements. Agreements solidify the concepts, and they hold so steady that we believe they're real. For instance, money. It's only a piece of paper. But we agree that it's worth something, that it has value, and it really doesn't. And this reality sets in so real, people rob, kill, steal for this paper.
Yeah.
It's not real. It's just a concept that we agreed on. That's what reality is made of. And it's so silly when you look at it that, like when you strip it away, you're like, why am I doing this? Why does this even matter? Like, this ain't even, like, who cares if somebody's a Republican or a Democrat or this, that, and the third? Like, it's like, why does any of that even matter? Because, like I said, the cold hard truth is that these are all just agreements. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never heard it used as a concept. I've heard a construct. Same thing though. It's somebody else's. It's somebody else's concept though. It's not yours. Why wouldn't you question that? Why did we never question that? And it's because of the people that we looked up to, and like my mom, I've talked about a lot on here. We're spreading her ashes this weekend, so I'm gonna try not to get emotional about her today. But yeah, I need you to go for a minute,
Okay,
bro.
so, and this is the thing, is that when you start to peel back those layers, and you want to really, really know what actually is me and what actually is a program. Like, what's the difference? Who am I? If you're trying to find who you are, there's four major questions that you need to ask yourself. And if you're at home, I would suggest you write these down. The first question you need to ask yourself is, and you think about all the things you believe in. The first question, very important. Could I be wrong? Could I be wrong?
Mm.
Could I be wrong about heaven? Could I be wrong about hell? Could I be wrong about being a Democrat? Could I be wrong about I'm a patriotic American? Could I be wrong? And when you evaluate those things and you come to the realization that certain things you could and are wrong about, then it's programming.
Mm.
The second thing is you ask yourself, when did I choose morality? When did I choose what I believe is right or wrong? When did I believe that being homosexual was wrong? When did I believe that this was right? When did I believe it? If you don't know, it's programming.
Mm.
The third question is when did I choose my definition of a good life? When did I choose that I needed to be married with 2 kids, a dog, and a picket fence? If the answer is, well, everybody is like that. That's the goal of everybody. It's programming. And then the last question is, when did I choose what I fear? When did I become afraid of this, that? When did I become afraid of swimming? When did I become afraid of if you don't know, programming. It's with things that have been put into you when you had no reference to dispute it, and now it's running on automatic. If you want to deprogram yourself, I suggest you write those 4 questions down and ask yourself and be honest with yourself. And then once you figure out the programming, then now you can start rewriting programming and becoming who you want to be, not just the program.
Yeah. I think what I was getting at was when I was talking about my mom, it's everybody that you thought knew what they were talking about, that thought were the ones that had the answers, that never questioned themselves, you know what I mean? And you just follow along with that. And those questions are phenomenal, by the way. And I think it's a good way to go about it, for sure. It's asking questions, man. It's questioning why you are the way you are. And the more I ask, the more I realize it's not because I chose it, for sure. Definitely not. It's not. That's the case for me. And you were saying that if somebody is happy with the way their life is and they don't want to ask these questions, well, I don't think they'd be watching this to begin with. But I find it hard to believe that everybody doesn't feel like something's missing, like that there's more that they don't know, and there's more to life than what we're taught to believe. I would find it hard to believe that there isn't something in them that's questioning or wanting to know more.
Yeah. And okay, so we've taught about the identity. We've taught about how to strip yourself, how to start rewriting. So I guess the obvious question next is why is this important? Well, and what does this have to do with, God or anything like that? The thing that you have to understand is that every concept that you have of God is a reflection of you. Even some of the writers in the Bible, every concept they had of God being a fiery, angry God and all these other things, or you thinking that God disputes justice, or I see some of these athletes on TV saying that God gave me the victory and all this other stuff. And I would like to thank God for giving this team this and that and another third. These are all reflections of you. You can't. The only way that you can worship God, all worship, I'm about to offend some people. All worship, what you believe is worship, is truly not worship. It's only a reflection of what you believe. The atoms are just reflecting back to you what you perceive. The only true worship for God is to seek him. And the only way you can seek God is to drop you. You can't see the true form of God, which you not physically, but you can't see the true essence of God until you drop the self. That's it. I've been trying to allude to these on other videos on super conscious meditation, being both yes and no at the same time, being in presence. I've talked about it in the Sabbath video of going up into the Sabbath and leaving everything behind. You, in order to truly find God, you have to drop the self, because there's only one thing that God needs from us, only one, and that is what it is: love. That's why, like in Malachi 3 verses 10, it talks about tithing. It talks about bring up the tithe into the storehouse and watch me pour out a blessing more than you could ever have, blah, blah, blah. He's not talking about money. He's talking about 10% of just being in bliss, just being in contact, being in the Sabbath, being in superposition, letting the identity go. You give God that 10%. He's telling you, I will pour out. If you seek me, true worship, if you seek me and then you sit with me in meditation and just enjoy my presence, enjoy my essence, I will pour out. Your life will change. You will see these concepts. You won't cling. You will just enjoy. Because the thing about spirituality is that people believe spirituality means negation. Spirituality is not against experience. It is against slavery. People think that to be free means I can do anything I want. But really, if you're driven by impulses, if you're driven by desires, if you're driven by the ego, you're not free.
Wow. I don't know how that would offend anybody, man. That's some,
well,
that's
you know,
some
you
real
got the
truth.
diehard people who are still connected to religion.
Yeah,
You're saying my worship isn't worship?
Yeah. And worship, I don't know that that's what God needs. He doesn't need us to be
Seek.
praising him constantly, you know what I
Seek
mean?
ye
Like
first.
the church. Yeah. Seek inward where the kingdom is, you know what I mean? And the more I get to understand about myself, the more I appreciate life and the more joy I have inside. I was telling my wife on the way home today, I was watching the trees blow in the wind. It's a beautiful day here, which we've had some rain, and sun shining, trees are moving around, and I was just thinking about the trees. I'm like, these trees were here before me, and they'll be here when I'm going, and we don't even pay attention to them most of the time. You know what I mean? And that to me is worship, is seeing those things and paying attention to it and just enjoying creation, which is what we're a part of, and nature, what we're a part of, and being a part of it. That tree is just being a tree. It's flowing with the wind. It's taking in that sun. It's growing. It's standing there like it always does, no matter what's happening. And it didn't care about the rain earlier this week. Matter of fact, it drank it up. And I was just appreciating that today. And that's the kind of worship that I kind of have adopted for myself. It's just paying attention, man, to myself, the way I react to nature, to others, and loving just everything, loving life completely.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And yeah.
So I sent you and my uncle, I send my kids a Bible verse every morning, and then I send them an explanation of I break down the Bible verse so they understand the true meaning of it. So every morning I send them a Bible verse, and I sent it to you and I sent it to my uncle also. And it was Galatians 5:16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. If you walk in the spirit, then you'll be free. You'll be free. And then as far as dropping the identity, Jesus said in Matthew 16:25, for whosoever shall lose his life shall find it. When you drop identity, then you'll find the real you. And whosoever shall let me look and make sure this is right. I want to quote this right. Matthew 16:25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. So if you cling to identity, if you cling to these concepts and agreements, you will lose it. You will lose your life. And whosoever shall lose his life for my sake shall find it. That's what that means. It means drop identity. It means walk in the spirit. It means understand that spirituality is saying that even though these are concepts and agreements, that you can still enjoy it. It's not about like doing everything I want and all this other stuff. It's about true worship, seeking God, giving God the tithing, not money, 10%, go up into the Sabbath, be one, connect. That's why this is, if you are a true seeker of God, this is super important to you.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I love the scriptures when you send them to me. I wouldn't mind getting that every day too. I know I get a lot of them, but yeah, I'm just messing with you, man. But seriously, you could send them. No,
You know
but
I
yeah,
should say, anybody in the comments, if you want daily scriptures or whatever, give me your email address. I'll email them to you. So because I don't want people's phone numbers or whatever. But
right.
if you want to receive daily scriptures with a breakdown of what they truly mean, I guess leave your email in the comments, and I will add you to the group.
I think you have an email address. Maybe they should just email you privately. Otherwise, their email is going to be
Oh,
out
well, that's true. The email for the channel is akashic4@yahoo.com. So
I think it's right there on the page.
oh, okay. So
I believe. I remember seeing an email on it. I believe. If not, you said it, so it's good.
Well, all right, people. I think we covered it, Jay.
No, man, that was good.
I think we hit it pretty hard, man. So
yeah.
We're gonna end it right there. And I think then we may have to come back to this later on.
Yeah, for sure.
But we definitely got a powerful one coming up. I'm not gonna tell people what it is. We got a powerful one coming up. But we appreciate everybody. We thank you. We love the support, and we're just trying to help people. That's our true mission. That's all we're here for. We're just trying to help. So, but anyway, for my brother Reedy, I am Akashic the Ancient of Days, and until we meet again, 1 degree.